Turning now to the besieged city of Mariupol, Ukraine says Russian forces tried to storm a steel plant housing thousands of soldiers and civilians this weekend. Video released by a Ukrainian military unit shows women and children sheltering inside the plant. More than 100,000 people are believed to still be in the city with very little food or water. Today, the International Red Cross said it was deeply alarmed by the situation and called for access to provide help. Last month, we spoke to a woman who had just escaped Mariupol. Berg managed to flee, but still has friends and family trapped in that city. We caught up with her again this morning. She says it's hard to process what's happening to her city. Diana, so nice to see you again.
Hi, everyone. Hello, Rosemary.
So we spoke to you last month after you fled Mariupol. It was a harrowing exit for yourself. And I understand that you still have family and some friends trapped in the city. Have you been able to talk to them, and how are they?
Luckily, many, I would say most of my friends and relatives managed to escape within this last month. Comparing to what they witnessed, what they tell me, what they saw and felt, all my escape, all my heroine breakthrough seems now like a resort. Believe me, every day it got worse and worse and worse, and every day it gets much more difficult to escape from the besieged city. But unfortunately, we still do have some people trapped, friends, some relatives. Some of them are still there, missing, because there is no way, again, and still no way to get through them, to call them, to write them, to text, unfortunately.
When you hear these stories of what is happening in Mariupol, the people who are in the steel plant, for instance, when you see the pictures, what is going through your mind when you see that?
It's very hard to process what is happening. I think that we still lack words about what we see and what we hear about Mariupol, and what Mariupol is going through, what the city and the people trapped there and the fighters, what they're going through. We still lack words. Genocide is too mild, or blockade, it's too mild, or terror. I think we still have to invent some new vocabulary for what is happening to Mariupol, because what we saw, the whole world have seen from Bucha, Irpin, Borodyanka, and other places in Kiev Oblast, you have to multiply it, 100 times to just imagine what is happening in Mariupol. These mass graves, these mobile crematoriums, the heaviest bombs, airstrikes on civilian quarters, on Azovstal plant where many civilians are hiding, this chemical weapon and everything they do, this deportation of people and kids to Russia. Yeah. I mean, it's just incomprehensible. I still cannot process it myself.
Yeah, it is hard to process, I imagine. What are you and your husband doing? You're in Lviv now. What are you doing to try and help people either in Mariupol or people who have gotten out of Mariupol?
My art space, Art Platform 2, that was an independent art space in Mariupol. We relaunched, I would say, our work. Some of us are working on art therapy with kids. Right. Who suffered this blockade and bombing. One of our team, another team is me and my friends, colleagues. We raise funds. We just, a month ago, we've created a rapid response fund for Mariupol survivors and those who escape from hell without nothing. And my husband is in Zaporizhia. He is the closest city to occupation to Mariupol, the closest Ukrainian-controlled city. And what is he doing is with his friends, with other Mariupolis, they try to evacuate people from occupation, and it's like the most difficult task. And it's not that we can talk a lot about it, because when people go to occupation, it's very dangerous for them. So it's kind of a discrete work.
How are you doing? How are you coping?
You know, if we didn't start this rapid response fund, and if we didn't read all these terrific stories from people who managed to evacuate and apply and talk to us about their stories, I think it would be much difficult for us to cope, to find a place to just keep living. But when we hear and see all these atrocities that people are going through, and it's worse and worse and worse, I would remind you, then we just mobilize to move on. We know that actually we are lucky, we are alive, we are pretty much safe, pretty much we have a car which is not totally smashed, and all of our team is 10 people are alive.
Okay, Diana Berg, it was nice to see you again. I hope you stay safe and you stay well. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you.